What?
Squeaky chair. Hello everyone, Ollie here from Leeds Talk Cinema, and I'm here with Robert.
Hello.
And what are we here to watch today?
The Conjuring, The Last Rites.
Which is supposed to be, according to the creators of the franchise, supposed to be the last instalment in the franchise.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's two reasons why this is actually kind of special in a way for us, because obviously one being the fact obviously it's supposed to be the last film in the franchise, but also we went to go watch The Devil Made Me Do It, the third film, in the cinema when it first came out in 2021, I think, 4 years ago, which was actually the first film we went to go watch post-COVID. Well, I say post-COVID, it was still COVID times, but after lockdown opened back up.
Still killing the masks.
Yeah. But yeah, it's crazy that we're now here, because I'll link the review in the description below if you're curious on to hear our full thoughts. Well, at least initial thoughts back then. But yeah, in regards to The Last Rites, I'm excited. I'm a little leery about it because the franchise is kind of up and down lately. Like some are good, some are very meh, some are not very good in my opinion. But speaking of the other films, I will be doing hopefully a ranking either tomorrow or at some point this coming week. So I'll do a separate video on my ranking, and once we watched this one, the Last Rites, Robert may do his ranking of all the 4 Conjuring main films. We discussed it earlier, and you seem alright doing that.
Yeah, I have a few thoughts on the franchise. I've quite enjoyed it, see it grow.
Yeah.
Obviously not everything hits, but overall it's a solid franchise, I have to say.
Yeah. So I might do my ranking of the main 4, but I won't do the whole franchise because it is The Conjuring anyway. It doesn't need to be the whole franchise.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I think we'll just get straight into the actual film we're watching today, because I wasn't sure if we were going to do like our thoughts on the actual franchise so far. But to be honest, I don't know if there's really any point really, because if we're going to talk about them later in the ranking, may as well just talk about them.
Just do as the ranking, yeah. Don't need to beat the dead horse.
Yeah. So do you want to go first with your thoughts before?
I'm excited to see this movie. I've not seen that much advertisement, unlike the past movies. I saw a ton of advertisement when The Devil Made Me Do It came out, but this one seems to be a bit more low-key with it, just letting the hype build its own stuff.
Have you seen any of the trailers?
The trailers, actually, I think I've seen one, but it was on like TV, so it was in like a small snippet and like flashing frames of bits of it. I have to say, I am interested to see what this one brings to the table.
Yeah, I mean, considering it's how they're going to conclude it is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that it?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, in my before thoughts, I think. I'm very curious to see how they're going to end this, especially because I don't know if it's the ending of the whole franchise, but I know very much so it's going to be concluding the story with the Warrens.
Yeah.
In Paranormal Investigators. Yeah. So I hope they do them justice, and hopefully their story comes to a close satisfyingly. Yeah. So hope they have some good. I hope the case is quite interesting, and again, I've seen a trailer or two. It looks quite interesting. Just whether or not if it'll be a good payoff, like in terms of the execution.
If the hype of the trailers commit fluent to the movie.
Yeah. So I hope there's some good scares. Nothing too generic. Just generic.
No
jump
Peter
scares.
Roosevelt scream or anything.
Yeah, there's usually a lot of jump scares in most of these films. The earlier ones, like the first 2 Conjuring films, are quite good with its jump scares and its tension building and its suspense and everything. Yeah. But I just hope that this film does the scares justice, and I hope the demons are good as well. Like wonder who we're gonna come. Are we gonna see old friends like Annabelle the nun, or can't think of the other ones, but like the ones we've already seen in the past films, or maybe we'll probably get some new ones as well. But yeah, I weirdly don't have too much else, but again, we'll probably talk about the other films later on after we've watched this new one when we do the ranking.
Yeah.
But just hope that the Warren storyline closes satisfyingly. I hope they don't die, or one of them doesn't die.
If they're going from like the actual real world things that they've done.
Yeah, I don't think they did die from one of them.
I think one of them might have like had a heart attack after one of the investigations. I'm not sure. I'd have to do some research into that, but I do believe they both made it out fine. I don't think they died from an actual direct investigation in real,
I'm just thinking
real
of
world.
Yeah, I'm just thinking like when they dramatise things for films, because they
always take creative liberties, don't they?
They obviously take stuff from the real cases.
They just hype it up,
and then they dramatise it to make things interesting. Like I remember I did a little bit of research on the second film, and there was there was a bit of stuff that they done. Yeah, they did that was realised from the actual events, and then there's some stuff that that they had to dramatise for the film purposes. So again, I haven't really looked into the real life case of this one. I don't really know too much about this one, but
the only one I ever really did any research on was the Devil Made Me Do It case. That one's the one that caught my eye the most.
Yeah. I think that's almost it, really. Like, there's nothing else that I can really think about, unless you.
I can't think of anything. I'm just excited.
Yeah. So yeah, back with The Conjuring. Well, for us, it'll be back. I mean, I think I did the Nun 2 review back when it came out.
No spoilers. Haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah, we're not going to do spoilers again. We're not going to talk about the spin-offs. We're just going to talk about the ones we've seen.
No Annabelle, no nuns, just good old-fashioned Conjuring.
I mean, unless if the Nun or Annabelle or
make an
else,
appearance.
unless they make an appearance, we'll talk about it.
Because the Nun did make an appearance in The Devil May Do It, didn't she?
The Nun?
Yeah, the Nun.
I think there was the painting, the painting of
the painting of the Nun, and then she like popped out from it.
Yeah, that was from the second film. There was like a little, because the
second? Oh, shit.
Yeah, the room they have with all the little trinkets, where
the paranormal museum. I think
where everything they also have their room blessed.
Oh,
every month.
Fun fact: the actual Conjuring house in real life has been sold off to some kind of
YouTuber or whatever.
YouTuber, and he's gonna try and open it up to the public.
Right.
Can't wait to see how all that turns out. Oh, we're gonna get a Conjuring 5, and then it's just this knobhead.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll ruin the franchise and milk it even more.
Yeah, but, beating the dead horse.
Yeah, so I think that's it, really. I don't think there's anything else, but I just hope it's good, and I hope it lives up to, you have all these hyperbolic words and stuff, like all these advertising, the best of the franchise or whatever.
Will it reach the heights that we have for it and this franchise, or will it fall just like the Devil?
Yeah. Did you like the Devil? Maybe do. Oh, sure, we'll talk about it later. We'll talk about
it later. I like that one. Yeah, I did.
That was just a pun, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, just a pun.
It was just a
pun. Yeah. Yeah. So I feel like there's going to be something else, but I think I've forgotten. But
no Halos here.
Yeah, so hope it's good. Oh yeah, the other thing I just remembered, one of the hyperbolic word things that I saw was the fact that it apparently is a satisfying close to the Warrens. So
maybe it will, following the
I don't know just don't know whether or not if I should take it with a grain of salt, that statement. But we won't know until we see it ourselves.
Let's go.
So
okay, Mario.
Yeah. I guess we'll see you.
See you after.
Yeah, we'll see you after the film. Yeah. So roll the preview.
Let's take this back to the beginning. When did it start?
April the 29th, 1985. We're in the kitchen, and the ceiling light came crashing down. We're now entering the master bedroom, where a good deal of the phenomenon has occurred.
One night I was sitting in bed, and it felt like someone touched me on the shoulder. I turned around and looked, and I couldn't move.
This is an evil like nothing we've faced before.
Just gonna pretend like nothing's going on? It's real! It wants to kill us!
I thought that these type things only happen in movies.
Get tickets now. Experience it in IMAX and other premium formats. Rated R.
Okay, so we are out of the cinema and
Back in the car.
yeah, we're back in the ◕𝕗𝕗𝕗. So yeah, we've agreed that I'd go first because apparently you're saying that I have a better insight with...
You structure these better than I do, I think.
Okay, so something that I don't usually do in these reviews, mainly out of the cinema reviews, is talk about the overall experience of the cinema, like inside the theatre in the auditorium. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of cinemas or movie theatres, however you want to say it, get a lot of flack these days because of, you know, the movie industry is dying out, especially the movie theatres, and a lot of people, you know, are kind of questioning why that is and everything. And well, one of the main reasons is because you get kids like the people that were in
Sat behind us.
and sat in front of us, behind us, beside us. There were a couple of girls beside me. They were very vocal and stuff. Now I know it's a horror film. People, you know, it can
Get frightening.
Yeah, it can get frightening, but also it can sometimes, in certain ways, enhance the experience. Like, you're with other people, you're screaming and stuff. But
Yeah.
when you have extra stuff in there, like screaming really, well, first of all, screaming really loudly at the top of their lungs, like they were really, like, at the
It
point where I
was
had to
bellowing.
Yeah, like at the point where I, at least, I wasn't, obviously, you know, I don't know what you were doing, but
Literally, the first time they screamed, both my ears were ringing.
yeah, it was just like, Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
The first time, I mean, you know, but after a while it just got really frustrating.
Every single time they like turned the camera, all of a sudden, every single
Yeah.
time it went dark in the
Yeah.
scene.
But yeah, anyway, besides the screaming, you have them on their phones sometimes. Well, occasionally they were
I
on
saw
their phones.
2 girls on their phones.
Yeah, there was someone where we were sitting, with like someone down there. They had their phone on. There was there's the girl next.
The
to
girl
me.
beside you.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, it was just like a beacon.
Yeah.
Um,
There was also a girl behind me that was on their phone to begin with.
yeah, I thought I saw like in my peripherals. I thought I saw something.
Yeah.
But a lot of this stuff happened in my peripherals, like the phone. But I tried to differ from that and tried to focus on the film itself. But we'll get to the film itself in a second. But to finish off the experience on my end, I mean, I've never really experienced anything quite like this in a cinema. Like the you know, so much howling and stuff. I mean, it's full of. I think the majority of the people in there were kids. They were like 12, 13.
I would say like very early teens, maybe just before.
Yeah, so it was. They were very vocal, not just screaming, but kind of bickering as well. Like, I don't know. I mean, I sound like a negative Nancy. I don't know if you felt the same or.
I agree with you. If you're going to a movie that's obviously a horror, you're obviously going to get scared at some point. Just try and be respectful a little
Yeah,
bit.
I'm not saying, I'm not doing this to be to sound really prude or anything. I'm as a avid film fan, as a avid moviegoer, as a film fan, I want my experience for every single film,
To be
no matter
positive.
horror, whatever genre. I want to feel, you know, I want to feel
Captivated by the movie.
Yeah,
not the
you
people
wanna
that are
feel-
screaming.
enrolled with the film, the experience with the story, and all that kind of stuff in the film, all those aspects. But, you know, after a certain amount of time, I tried to kind of mask it and just try and just get on with the film. And while it was still kind of annoying, you know, kind of at the last half of the film or whatever, it was, you know, I say I got used to it. It was still annoying, but I tried to
You're
mask
trying
it.
to numb it out.
Yeah. So, I think that's it in terms of the experience itself. I mean, you know, yes, in certain ways, the screaming and everything, it was alright to a certain extent, but they didn't need to scream that loudly. Like, it was just over the top.
And in unison.
Yeah, and they like when you hear the bickering in the back, I can't remember exactly what some of the girls, like especially next to me, said were like little bickering and stuff. And they even mentioned, obviously, you were like, you know, you were clapping and, you know, cackling and everything, and they were like mentioning, oh, he's laughing to it, and we're like, well, no shit. But
I like horror movies, especially.
Yeah.
If it was a problem, I am sorry, obviously.
Yeah, and it's not a problem for me. It's just the other people as well. But I don't know. You should obviously think about other people in the cinema, but you know, there's a limit. There's a limit, I think. when, you know, you should... I mean, when you react to a scare or jump scare, it's like, oh, I mean, that's fine. Like when you scream at a regular voice, a tone, but when you scream basically at the top of your lungs like that...
There's a difference between like a jump scare scream where you jump and you react, and then there's a scream where you're purposefully...
Like, it's like you're...
projecting.
Attention, like you're...
Attention seeking.
Yeah. So anyway, trying to move away from the experience now and actually talk about the film itself.
It was good.
Well, the good as in the film, or do you...
I like the story.
So do you want to go first as you're speaking, or do you... I mean,
do you want me to?
Yeah, you want to go first?
Okay.
Go first, yeah.
I like the story with the flashback, obviously, to one of their cases that they unfortunately backed away from. And we got a very compelling, emotional story about the... I'm not supposed to spoil, am I?
It'd be alright. I think we'll do spoilers because, you know, it's quite hard to not do that. But actually, you know what? Before we actually get into spoilers, let's just quickly say, do we recommend the film?
100%. If you're dead into horror, The Conjuring or The Exorcist or any sort of movie that captivates the horror genre or religious aspects, I would definitely recommend this if you're a die-hard fan or if you're just starting out.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, obviously, because this is the final chapter. Well, as what it seems to be.
I think it ended on a high.
Yeah, I think it ended well. But in terms of, if you know, it's kind of hard to say no really with this one, because obviously it's the last one. People are probably wondering what's going to happen. So,
and we're both nostalgic of the hot Conjuring, aren't we?
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it depends. So if you're a horror fan, yes, but especially if you're a fan of the Conjuring universe of the films. But and I guess if you're feeling a bit, you know, tired of all the typical, you know, crappy horror films coming out lately. I mean,
all sequels, reboots, and requels.
So anyway, sorry, you continue with your thoughts. So,
spoiler alert.
So spoilers.
Spoiler alert if I do spoil anything for you, but I don't think it should deter you off from this movie. It's still a great movie. It gave a compelling backstory, an interesting flashback of one of the cases that Ed and Lorraine Warren were on, and it gave us an information about the birth of their daughter.
Yeah, Judy. Yeah.
Yeah. I never knew that. Wait, did they have a daughter?
Yeah, it was their daughter. Yeah. It was their daughter. That was them when they were younger. Yeah.
Yeah, I just I just been living under a rock, so I didn't know they had a daughter to begin with.
Yeah. The thing is, again, not to, you know, I mean, to be fair, we might just talk back and forth, to be fair.
Yeah.
But because if we have questions, we'll just answer. So we'll just do our thoughts together. Really, we kind of did that. With
Sorry, did I ruin the structure?
No, it's fine. No. So yeah, you were talking about the daughter. Yeah, the daughter's kind of set in the back for the most of the time with the universe. Like the first three, the same actress.
Those were set more on, were they?
Yeah. Obviously it's different. Timeline. Obviously it's different. I mean, some are set. There are some prequels. There's some one set further on.
Yeah.
But their daughter Judy, obviously she was much younger in the other films. Like you have the actress that, because there's two actresses, I think, well now three, but two previously to this film. There are two actresses. One actress, she was in the previous three, and then the other actress who plays Judy is in Annabelle Comes Home. I'll probably put it on the screen, but you'll see screenshots. But there was two previous actresses for Judy Warren, and now we've got a third one she's actually an adult now. I mean, we obviously saw her when she was a really young baby. Obviously, she was like a newborn.
Stillborn.
Yeah, she was a newborn baby. And I was like, oh, that's quite interesting. Like the fact that they were including Judy, because, again, she was kind of set in the back.
More of a background character, not a front cast.
Yeah, she was very much a background character in the previous three films anyway. And I guess Annabelle Comes Home as well, the third one. But it was cool to see her more, the fact that we got to see more of her character, because from being in the background, it was, you know, you kind of, in a way, you wanted to know more about her, even though the films were about
one of those characters that catches your eye out of nowhere and you wonder more about.
Yeah, and the fact, I mean, it's about the couple, obviously Ed and Lorraine, but when you think about family, We want to know more about Judy as well.
They definitely brought family into this movie, and that's what I like.
Yeah, like something that obviously some might like, some might not like about it, but some go for the scares and stuff. Some people might not, but something that these now 4 films, the main 4 Conjuring films, do is Ed and Lorraine, and I guess Judy as well, kind of, they're the heart and soul of the films.
Well, they're the main characters. They're what drive the story forward as well.
And when you have like the calm moments in the films, like in particular the one I can think of immediately in my mind
Barbecue.
is in the second film, the Enfield case, when they're obviously with the family, and Ed has the guitar and he sings the Elvis song. He sits down. It's like one of the only calm moments in the film that feels, heartfelt and everything.
The calm before the storm, as you might put.
You could pretty much say that. But calm before the storm, really. But yeah, that's kind of the most memorable scene of the Warrens actually, interacting with the family, and also the fact that it's again with this film that whilst they're a lot more, that obviously they're kind of wanting to step back now from the whole cases and stuff. They want to obviously just focus on the
daughter.
Yeah, the daughter, but also in terms of their career, they want to stick to the kind of presentations and stuff.
The education. To identify supernatural and demonic presences, and then helping people understand what to do and what not to do.
So while obviously you could say that obviously they're kind of taking a step back, they obviously want to try their best to actually help people, but not to that far extent now, because obviously they're at a certain age now. But also obviously Ed had that heart attack in the 3rd film. Obviously Robert remembered, because I thought I'd remind him, but obviously he clearly remembered, because that was one of the main things in the 3rd film that happened at the beginning with the exorcism bit, where obviously the kid, obviously when he was possessed,
he was floating, and then Ed
and he
keels over, doesn't he?
Yeah, and he like punched his chest, and that's when he had his first heart attack.
Yeah, because the human heart can only take like 2 heart attacks, 3 if you're even very lucky.
Yeah. So obviously there was a point in the film where it wasn't it was the doctor that you went to go see. He said, "Oh, you can't."
Have you tried putting fish into your diet or egg whites?
Oh yeah, like that. But
heart healthy.
And then after that, he said that obviously there's only so many times you can
keel over.
Yeah, so don't let it happen again, because otherwise you could be in real trouble.
Yep.
So anyway, so the whole family aspect of the film I thought was really good, and the way they wrapped it up in terms of that story, that section of the story was really good. At the end, I know we're going to go all over the place, but screw it, we're going to do that. We're not going to go with a whole breakdown of the film, but
not piece by piece, just an overall.
It's just things
view.
we can think of on the top of our head. So the family aspect is great. At the end, obviously, Judy and what's her boyfriend called again? Tony. Judy and Tony get married at the end.
Yeah.
And I did see some behind the scenes pictures on Instagram of that, and I was like, oh, whose wedding is this? Can't be Ed and Lorraine's, because they're already married. So makes sense now. Obviously, it's Judy and Tony's wedding. So that was quite cool.
I also found that one scene during the end where Ed gives Tony the keys to the artifacts room.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they meant to do it like this, but I sort of saw it as like passing on the torch to the next generation.
Yeah. I wouldn't know how I felt about that, because again, at least I don't know like what
actually happened.
Yeah, what actually happened if the real Ed actually gave the keys to the real Tony. If that
you don't know if it's accurate or creative freedom,
dramatic effect and stuff.
Yeah.
For the film's sake. So,
Conjuring TV show coming next with Judy, not Judy.
There actually is a TV show in the Conjuring universe actually happening, unless that's been cancelled now. I mean, that's what I heard. So there's a TV show happening. We don't know what yet. I think they just announced something just to get people hyped up. But family aspect is really good. The Ed and Lorraine basically as a whole. I mean, including the adult actress who plays Judy, I thought they all did very well. I mean, they
played their parts immaculately.
Yeah, I mean, this is the final piece of their story, and I thought they did great, pretty much. Now moving on to the main reason why we're here is the whole horror aspect, the scares and the jump scares and all that kind of stuff, and the demons, everything. We obviously were questioning how many there were going to be.
Spirits. I think there was 3 spirits that the demon was using, and if you count the demon, that makes 4 in total.
Yeah. So, do you want to quickly list out? I can't remember every single one.
The first spirit that we saw would be the old lady.
Oh, yeah.
The Smiler, I like to call her.
Yeah.
The next one would be the wife, the black... No, there was the husband first, and then it was the...
Husband, yeah.
First it was the old lady, then it was the husband, axe-wielding psychopath.
Yeah.
And then finally we have the wife, the one that we saw got axed to the head in the basement.
Yeah.
We didn't actually see much of the wife. We mostly saw the old lady.
Yeah.
And then we had like 2 scenes, or maybe 3 with the husband. And then we finally saw the wife. She got an axe to the dome.
Yeah.
I would say, love the jump scares. How they did them, you're always wondering what's happening, what's going on.
This kind of goes back in tune with the experiences. Like, I wasn't necessarily so frightened of what's going to come up next, like the tension and the suspense. Which
It's
is
the
obviously...
screams that make you jump.
Yeah, you're just like, you're embracing the bloody screams, and I'm like, trying to think of
when
am
I
I
need
going
to
to cover my ears? Yeah. So it's not so much when the scares are coming. I mean, that's a very small, minute detail, but...
We both like horror movies, so
Yeah.
we're used to a good jump scare.
Yeah.
We've both done horror games, we've had
Yeah.
experience, but people behind us, I'm guessing this is something they're not too adapted to.
I was just going to say earlier, I was like, have they ever seen a horror film before? It's almost like they're acting as though, like, it's like...
They're either horror movie beginners and they're actually genuinely scared,
noobs,
or they're people who just go into horror movies and hype it up by screaming way too loud.
Yes. If that is the case, then just sort your shit out. I'm sorry.
Be respectful.
Be respectful, yeah.
People love movies. It's a community thing. It's the reason we all go to a cinema, going with mates, family, and just to support the community as well.
Yeah, listen, I'm not saying you shouldn't react to a film, but be cautious. Again, like what you said. What did you say? You said, be respectful and try and don't be over the top.
It's not like you're at home watching a movie and you can scream as loud as you want. This is a community thing. Like, everybody loves a movie. Everyone has the right to see and react in the way they want.
Yeah.
But when you over-exaggerate what your reaction is, it makes it a bit of a problem for other people around you. And there were so many people, sorry about going to the experience, there were like people in front of us and the girls that were behind me putting their feet on the
I did see some of the girls do that behind you, like around, but I don't think it was on you. I didn't see any.
It wasn't actually near me, but the one that was like at one point where the hand was on Lorraine's shoulder, one of the women.
Oh no, it was Judy, wasn't it?
It was either Judy or Lorraine.
It was Judy. Yeah.
One of the girls put her leg on the side of my chair. She was obviously stretching.
Yeah.
And the worst thing was she didn't have her shoes on.
Yeah. But anyway, to wrap this whole experience bit up, is basically respect your fellow moviegoers and just don't be a prick. Is basically it.
Movie was great. Jump scares immaculate. I did enjoy the costume design and the use of effects to bring back some old faces. We saw Annabelle.
Yeah. Valak didn't return, but it's to be expected because apparently she was obviously vanquished by Lorraine in the second film. Remember where she said, "Oh, I do know your name. Your name is Valak" and stuff. And I don't know I might be stupid in thinking this, but how did Annabelle come back?
Annabelle isn't a demon. She's a possessed soul in an actual artifact. Demons can be sent back to hell, but spirits, when they possess something, that's more of a harder job to do. You need to contain the actual item. Like Ed said, destroying them makes it worse. It angers them, but it's best to keep the genie in the bottle.
Yeah,
so Annabelle's still out and about.
Yeah.
She's just contained.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing the demon wasn't Annabelle wasn't actually active in the movie. I'm guessing the demon was just using the image of her.
Yeah, Annabelle actually, she doesn't actually move or do anything. She's just a conduit, I think she is. She's a
conduit for the soul of one of the cultists that possessed the thing.
Yeah, which kind of, in a way, it just doesn't really make Annabelle that effective for me. Like, she doesn't do anything. She's just a physical presence.
She's a presence in the doll that takes the shape of it.
Also, they had to redesign her, not to go too much in detail now, but also they had to redesign her because she was a Raggedy Ann doll. Like, she wasn't like a porcelain doll like she's in the film. She had red hair. You already know this.
They took creative freedoms with Annabelle originally, obviously. Made her an old-fashioned doll that's usually porcelain wood.
It just looked more scarier than what she originally looked like.
When you think of a haunted doll, you automatically think these ceramic human-like appearance dolls, not a plush toy.
So back to the film itself, but I think the cinematography is really good as well, like the camera work,
angles, the way that they zoom in, zoom out, and then dim the lights.
Yeah, I do remember there was that one scene where it was at the climax of the film where it was going from one person and it was coming out of the house and it went ooh,
like it was similar to like a fusion between a drone and a dolly shot.
Yeah, it was
like where it went from up high and then like transitioned to like somewhat of a drone shot where it goes, spins down, and then goes through the window.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Cinematography was immaculate.
Yeah, it was really
Angles.
Good. Yeah, it was really good. Acting was great.
I would say, do we rank these or like a 7 out of 10 thing?
We'll do that at the end when we've wrapped up our thoughts properly. I mean, I don't know how much you got left to say, but
not much really.
Yeah, but performances are very good. The scares, while with most of these Conjuring films being a bit, kind of predictable, and again for me because of the screaming and everything, and I wasn't actually embracing the actual scares.
You weren't embracing the scares.
I was embracing the screams from the girls. I was just
you were awaiting the incoming bellowing of teenage screams.
Yeah. Anyway, but the scares. I mean, I need to experience it again fully for me to properly say they were good or not. But from what I've seen visually of these demons, like this Smiler, what did you call her? The old woman.
The old woman. I like to call her the Smiler because that smile.
Yeah, like
it was like a fusion between the Cheshire Cat and like one of the demons what we've seen before.
Yeah.
The yellow eyes, the pale grey skin, and the massive smile.
Yeah.
She looked like the Cheshire Cat. I can't get that image out
of
my
head.
Or
like Bill Wilkins in the second one, the old man that lived in the house. Remember him? And he had the eyes. He was the grey skin and everything.
Manifestations.
Yeah. So, great effects. Some good scares. Again, I'll have to rewatch it. I might do a re-review. You never know when it comes out on Blu-ray, and I might give my rethoughts because again, this kind of experience kind of got tampered by the girls in the. And I guess sometimes a couple of guys as well were like
they were like making noises as well. Like when you think something's gonna happen.
Yeah, they just like oh, yeah. It's just like, come on. So anyway,
third party involvement.
Yeah.
Involvement.
So I think it's going to be interesting revisiting this film when it comes out on Blu-ray for me, because obviously I'm going to rewatch it with my dad because we've been watching the Conjuring films as well, and obviously I couldn't miss it with you because obviously we watched the last one together. But yeah, it's going to be curious to see how my thoughts are going to be compared to this one, but hopefully it'll be better in the sense that there won't be any girls screaming or any of that kind of stuff. But
your dad doesn't scream, does he?
No, he's very much
a grown man.
Oh yeah, but he's very I mean he's pretty.
Instead of screaming, facial expressions.
Yeah, I mean he doesn't like. He's very minute with his emotions in terms of watching horror film, because
I can't help
like us, like we've seen so many horror films that you kind of just takes
Devil Made Me Do It. We saw the Screams, didn't we, together, or was it like what?
We didn't see Scream. No, I saw Scream 6 anyway. Yeah, obviously we watched Devil Made Me Do It again. The video of that review we did like 4 years ago will be in the description below if you're interested in watching our full review on that. But
Blast from the Past.
Yeah, Blast from the Past. You'll see old me and old Robert as well from 4 years back. Still
looking this fabulous.
But yeah, again, really, there's only so much we can say, especially initial thoughts. But acting, trying to think of everything we can try and wrap up really. But
acting was great, cinematography and camera angles. Definitely the best bit I've seen so far in horror movies since now. Costumes definitely quite.
Yeah, I mean it fit for the time period that we were in as well, because it's the early 80s.
Yeah.
81, I think
it was 1986 for the most part of the movie.
That might have been the third film. I might have got confused.
It was 1908. No, I can't remember.
Yeah, well, it's the mid late 80s. But I'm pretty sure it's 86. They kind of go back and forth, because the beginning is when we see young Ed and Lorraine with the mirror, and then obviously we get the birth with Judy, which is, I think that was like the early no, it was like
1970
something. Yeah, I think it was the 60s actually. It must have been, because they look a lot younger.
1966.
Yeah, probably like the late 60s. There's only so much we can remember, guys. But I mean, I can't really think of much else, to be fair.
The overall rating of the movie, maybe?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm kind of switching between two ratings now. These two ratings, which is a 6 and a 7, and sometimes an 8 out of 10, are usually kind of my general ratings for films. But however, when you see my ranking for the other Conjuring universe films, when I do my ranking tomorrow or some point next week, I have varying different ratings for each film. So it's not like all my films are going to be like 7, 8 and whatever. I'm kind of torn between 6 or 7 out of 10.
I would say probably, in my opinion, a 6.
Yeah, I might.
But that might. I love the story, don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
but I think when I watch it again in the privacy of my own home, it'd probably be a 7 or an 8.
It's kind of hard, really, especially with what we had. But when we try and
when we experience a movie, we all experience it a different way.
Yeah, when we try and draw it down to the actual film experience, because sometimes the actual experience in the theatre,
you have to separate your experience from the actual movie is the one thing, and that can be quite hard depending on the experience of the movie.
Yeah, so I'm probably going to agree and say 6 as well. I'll be safe and say 6. Might change in the future, might go up, might go down. But I don't know what the likelihood would be to go down, but we'll see. But it could go up 1, maybe to 7. But for now, I feel safe saying 6, and you're saying 6 as well.
I'm saying 6.
Yeah, so 3-star film. It sounds like we're bitching about it, but we've said pretty much got mostly great things.
I enjoyed it. I don't think we've given it a grain of salt from what we said at the beginning. We've experienced it for better or worse. And I think we've rated this movie pretty well for what we've had. I think we've done a good job.
Yeah, so 6 out of 10 for both of us.
Yep.
You're wanting to rank the Conjuring films now, aren't you? Are you comfortable saying your ranking now? With all of them, all 4?
I think I'm going to have to rewatch them all and compare them from back to back, really. Because second one was my favourite going in, and now I'm actually quite... I think I like this one more, actually, somehow.
Okay, cool.
I'd have to rewatch them so I know that everything's...
to be honest, it's quite hard when you try and... Because you want to make sure you want to be...
Yeah, because I haven't seen the Conjuring movies since the last time we watched it. I watched the second one before Devil Made Me Do It.
Yeah.
So I'd have to watch them in order and then rank them.
Yeah.
And then probably move on to the extended universe.
Yeah. So, again, with ranking, obviously I'm going to do my ranking video as soon as I can. But Conjuring Last Rites, would you recommend it? Or at least I do. I mean, you can say what you want to say.
I recommend it, especially for any Conjuring fans or horror fans in general. All you bloodheads out there, let's get in.
Yeah, so go watch it. Obviously, experience the conclusion of the Warrens' story. Hopefully, you'll have a much better experience with us than us in the theatre or cinema. Because obviously, depending on where you live and what your theatre or cinema is like, obviously we don't know.
It was a busy cinema day, I think.
I mean, it was, well, to be fair, in the morning today, it was very dreary. It was very rainy and not great weather. But as soon as, almost when you came around mine, it was really sunny.
Yep.
So, I was expecting to be pretty crap, and it would have been a very idealistic day to go watch a film in the cinema, because usually nowadays, especially in the summer, it's always been very sunny and you kind of feel bad. It's like, oh, you want to be out. But to be fair, I'm not very good with heat, so I'm fine being inside.
outside, I'm going home.
Yeah. So yeah, recommend the film. 3 stars, 6 out of 10 for both of us. Yeah, I can't really think of anything else, because we've said, I mean, is there any negatives you want to talk about? Anything that came out that you're like, about?
Nothing I can depict from the actual experience, so unfortunately.
As in the film, or as in
the experience kind of overlaps the film. I don't know if there were any negatives I can really nail on the head at the moment.
Yeah, so again, for me, it sounds like, even though 6 out of 10 sounds not great, but even though we're not really giving it much negativity, my only negative or mixed aspects, I'd say, is kind of your typical, kind of predictable jump scares every now and again, although again, most of them are ruined by the girls. But from looking at it and kind of predicting things, you think, oh, that's going to happen then, and most of which did happen. Other than some of the predictable jump scares.
There were some fake outs, like when...
Yeah, there were a couple that were good.
Like with the sink filling with blood, and then you think there's going to be a demon behind the rain, and then it's just dead.
Yeah. But predictable jump scares is kind of my only mixed to negative aspect. Acting was good, effects were good, the cinematography is great with the camera angles and stuff. Nothing I can really, anything negative I can't really think of, really. Like, again, can't really say much else, but I'd say, overall I'd say thumbs up.
Conjure the courage and watch this movie.
Yeah, so that's about it, really, I think. Yeah, so if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Let us know in the comments below if you've watched the film yourself. Maybe do your ranking of all the Conjuring universe films from your...
Give us your ranking in the comment section.
Yeah. Including this one as well, if you're able to watch the film. If you have already, do let us know your thoughts on that as well.
Yeah.
And your rating as well on it. So I don't know what the next video will be. It'll probably be the ranking for this universe. But other than that, in terms of a cinema review, I have no idea. I couldn't really predict, to be honest. But you'll see one of us at some point in the future, besides the one coming up soon. Any last words for you? I don't know if there's anything you want to...
All work and no play make Jack a dull boy.
But so that's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
Catch you next time.
Bye bye.
Cheerio.